Live streaming is on. Hey everyone, welcome. It's Sunday. It's another Sip and Stitch. I am your host, Estet Ladybug. I am the pilot of Yarn Movement. This is a really exciting Sunday, I must say. There's been a lot going on in the world, of course, especially if you're here in California. You know about all the fires, you know about the earthquake, and it just seems to be all of these things going on. But, either way, as that ladybug is here to do some crocheting. I'm going to start off with a yarn ball, and I'm going to speed this process up today because I don't know about y'all, but I'm trying to see Auntie Patty and Auntie Gladys today, okay? So let's just get started. As you all know, as every Sunday, I have been making these granny square beanies. So today is no different than other. I'll be doing granny square beanies again. And I have some squares that were actually shipped in by another crocheter. So, it's one of those days that we get to collaborate together and really have fun. Hey, everyone who's checking in on the live. I'm just going to do this yarn ball to get myself in motion today. Really quickly, because we have to hear these tunes, these big tunes tonight. So with the Granny Square Beanies, it's all about supporting the ongoing efforts for the nonprofit arm of Yarn Movement, which is called Believe in What You Dream. Believe in What You Dream was created as a way to help young girls develop their superpowers and really just discover what their superpower really is. And we do so through the vehicle of crochet, because crochet is my superpower, and it's the best way for me to easily engage a mind to say that, yarn is non-threatening. We can use yarn as a way to just manipulate your mind so you can connect your thoughts with your hands and understand that you can do that over and over again. And once you master it, you get to master that in life. And so these Granny Square Beanies are being created because each girl that goes through the Believe in What You Dream workshop will receive what we call a Dream Girl Kit. Inside the Dream Girl Kit, they will get, of course, all of the supplies for the actual workshop, which they start off by making dream catchers. Dream catchers are a great way to just, visualize your thoughts and your dreams and put them in one place and have a visual representative that says that, hey, I have a dream. I can wake up and go to sleep to it, and every day I have this reminder. Secondarily, they'll get a journal. Journaling their journey will be important. Many of us understand the importance of a journal now, especially if we went through a process of just doing something that, we thought we can do. And, a lot of that comes in the form of having a dream. And in order really to get things done, you have to have steps. You have to have a way of really just making sure you can govern yourself and just check up on yourself too. Because otherwise, you find yourself in this analysis paralysis stage where you have all these ideas and never quite ever get anything done because you haven't wrote it down and created a step to follow. So we do some journaling. And last, we do a crochet lesson. And really, it's just a way of really just tying it all in to just show that, hey, you may or may not have been introduced to crochet before. This may seem like something that you'll never be able to do. Going to show you some quick, easy, basic steps to let you know that you can. And, if you get really good at it and you want to continue to do it, let me help you build a business. Why am I the best to help you do a business? Well, I've been doing this for 20 years. It's always been a business that's been in my back pocket, and it's been able to help me sustain life. And I can teach you to do the same thing. So in the Dreamcatcher or the Dream Girl kits, they'll receive all of the materials that you just said. But since we are going into developing countries and sometimes underdeveloped regions, there are social disparities that, all girls have a right to, really grow up to be fearless leaders, right? And if a day-to-day obstacle that they're facing is not having sanitary products or not having personal hygiene products, we can fix that with, a quick package. Like, hey, here are things that you need. These are daily essentials that can get you by for the next couple months. And by the way, we'll be back to bring you more. And then secondarily, power, like I'm really using the sunlight now, but if I'm doing this in the dark, normally I have lights. We all can rely on a observation of our lives that we are used to clicking a switch. But what happens when you never had a switch to click, or you're in a space where you're just relying on sunlight? Well, solar energy is a quick answer for that. So literally in one package, we're able to equip them enough to bring an equitable result, to get them to a space where, hey, minimally, we have leveled the playing field for you. And now whatever you do moving forward is something that you can do. And that's really the basis and the foundation of Believe in What You Dream, being able to get them jump started. Now, as it relates to the continual process and making it sustainable, that's why I partner with other organizations who kind of can pick up the next steps. Me, I'm helping them just to discover that piece of like, hey, you can do this. And not only can you do this, it didn't require anybody outside of your own self to tell you that you can. And that's what Believe in What You Dream is. And so if you're interested in being a part of that journey, or, making donation or contribution, or keeping up with sponsoring a girl or two or a group, visit donate.yarnmovement.com. And then otherwise, if you're a crocheter and you want to get involved by, creating some granny squares, it takes 8 granny squares to make this hat. So if you want to make a contribution of granny squares, you can do that too. Of course, the financial contribution will be best because we can send the money ahead to whatever country it may be, and they can purchase locally. And that's something that didn't require any of us to get on the plane to do. But either way, whatever you feel comfortable with. But yeah, that's the reason why I come on every Sunday. Outside of, showing my face and, being able to get myself out of a quarantine space of just social distancing so far that, I can come online and show my face and show what I'm working on. So boom. And again, we're going to roll through this day because we have some good tunes to listen to. Okay. Hey guys. Okay. So I think I have enough yarn here to at least get through this one hat that I'm getting done before I say sayonara until the next time. Actually, to be fair, I might still be on live while I'm watching this versus. I think it's funner that way. Then I can sing on key and off key and do all that. Okay. And I do have this one done. Kind of did one preset because, I didn't know how long I was going to be able to really maintain this yarn ball life. But I think I actually have enough to use this one. So how's everyone else doing though? Hopefully you guys are doing well. I see it's flooding in DC. That is crazy. We have endless fires that are happening here. And as I mentioned earlier, the earthquake, oh my God. And the air quality is horrific. Can't even open the window, so can't turn AC on because the air index is like 244 and 151 is really deadly. So, you have to just stay inside. We had an orange sky this week. Jesus. And all on top of that, we're in COVID and facing some kind of financial difficulties. Most people don't want to call it a recession, but something's happening. I just remain prayerful. Come on here and crochet, get some good vibes. Okay. Few more rounds. Okay, so today's squares are coming from Priscilla. Hey, Priscilla girl, if you're watching, I'll be sure to send this video to you. And so, Priscilla's square, she kind of went after like this sun-kissed look. So we have a little red. There's a camo that's like pink and red mix with some orange, and then we have orange and then pink. And the yarn here is the pink that's on the outside. So this is the one I'm going to use to bring together all of our granny squares for today. So start by making a little slip knot. And I like to crochet just a single crochet across what I'm going to call the top lip of the squares. Make sure I have my little yarn needle. This is important. This makes life go really simple and easy. I wanted to kind of use a different hook, but I'll use this one. This is a I, so I'm going to use this I hook. I wanted to kind of use the H, but it's fine. So I'm just going to put this together quickly so you can see what the beanie looks like after it's done. And boom. And post a video for those who, I noticed that a lot of people like to come on after and rewatch the video, which all of it works for me. I just promised and made a pact with myself that while in COVID, or probably for the remainder of this year, or until I can get 100 beanies done, I will be live every Sunday at 4. So you guys hold me to it. Hey, Kim girl. Okay. This is why this needle is so important. Telling you, just make life so much simpler. So boom, we got 2 connected already. Okay, let's see here. Keep on going. Oops. There we go. See? Oh, and I need to pause for a minute because what is a sipping stitch without my sip? I have my sip sitting here. Today's sip is just some tea, y'all. Some turmeric tea, some turmeric and ginger tea actually keep the inflammation down from all the craziness that's particles that are in the air right now. So we have 2 more together. And then I'm going to take a pause, show off my favorite cup. You guys have seen this cup before, but stay up, America. It's a lot going on, okay? Stay up. And cheers to everyone. Okay, so we got two together, two sets. We need two more of these. So that means I got to keep on working. Okay. Oh, y'all, listen, somebody called and wanted to order a granny square blanket. Do I have a granny square blanket up here? Oh, yeah, I do. I'll grab it in a second. And I know y'all know that I've said live a few times that, I do love granny squares. But for me to make a whole blanket for you, I gotta love you. I gotta have that special, real special place in my heart, right? Because, we're talking about creating, the smallest blanket is 100 granny squares, so it's 10 by 10, right? And so anything bigger than that, 10 by 10 will get away with like a full size, maybe a twin size bed. It's really just supposed to be like a throw. Yeah, and this lady wanted to order a California King. And I said, oh, okay. And I gave her my line, like, girl, I know we don't know each other, but I gotta think about if I love you or not. But for real, I'm joking, but I'm serious. Y'all know because praise God for this yarn needle, because you can definitely, find yourself weaving back those ends really quick like that. The Lord have mercy. I don't know. She called me today and she was just like, no, but really think about it. It's for a special cause. And I was like, yeah. And I love you, girl. Maybe. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to give her 3 days. I'm most likely going to make it, but, California King, we're talking about triple the size of a full, almost. Am I over exaggerating? Potentially, but I'm just saying. And then the other part of it is like, how you have this conversation with yourself, or your subconscious, I should say, where you have this person on the shoulder, like, girl, you gonna do it? And this one over here, like, girl, where you going? I was like, right, where am I going? Because when the world does open back up, I'm going far. So I'm gonna go ahead and let everybody else who has time, space, and energy to travel, let them go ahead and do it. I can check in and say, hey, how was it? A lot of my friends are in Tulum right now. And then my cousin is actually going to Africa in a month. But, here in the Bay Area, the airport has shut it down. You can't even fly to another country right now. And there's only like 9 states that we can fly to from San Francisco. So I would literally have to get on a plane and travel somewhere else before I can travel internationally if I wanted to do it now. So it just seemed like it's just not worth it right now, right? But all that to say, where are you going? Even when I be getting dressed, like people are like, oh, you look so cute. Where are you going? Live? I am in the house, okay? If it's not enough for COVID and people not wearing their masks, like the world outside is on fire. Like literally, you can't even see anything. I'm cool. And my car, it looks terrible. There's so much ash on it. It's crazy. My car is light blue and it looks gray right now. It's terrible. Or white. Probably more like gray, but no, I'm not going anywhere. So anyway, we got our 4. So we got 4 strips. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna put these sides together, stitch the sides up, then close up the top, and boom, we got beanies. Okay. But all in all, like outside of the fact that I haven't really been going anywhere, and I'm not even over exaggerating on that part. I literally last time it was 3 times outside of the house. Now I've actually been out of the house again, so it's been 4 times. And this is not just outside the house because I do have a small garden outside, so I do have to water that. So I actually do go outside and check my mail and do that part. But in my actual car, 4 times, got to at least get in there, start it up, so my battery don't go dead or something. But outside of that, I really do miss like outside food because I have been cooking all of my food since February, probably before the 25th, but 25th is how long I've actually decided. That was the day I decided I'm not going outside anymore. So, but I do miss food and like when I do watch TV, the commercials between DoorDash and all the different restaurants, I was like, ooh, that do sound good right now, And so I rely on Instacart as my like grocery delivery service, and I mostly only buy or make purchases from Costco. So, yeah. So I try to reinvent meals or cravings I have. So that's been pretty fun, I guess. I know it's going to be pretty hard for me to get back in the like cycle of really going out and doing that again. I didn't really eat out much anyway, unless I was like hanging out or traveling or doing whatever. But when I was watching the news the other night with all of the ash in the air, people were outdoors eating, and while they're eating, literally on camera, you can see ashes just falling on their plates. Crazy. Now, if I'm gonna eat out, I don't want to eat ash, right? So I'm eating at home. If I'm gonna put something bad in my body, let me, put something bad in my body because I want to, not because it's an environmental hazard. Okay, so now we have our 4 together. Oh, look at that. It's amazing. Just gonna put the other sides together. I have to be mindful of my seams because when I was doing this a couple weeks ago, I messed around and left one of the seams hanging out, and I had to take it all the way out. So I was not paying attention. The border was black, so I kind of missed it. It was like hidden in the shadow, I guess. Okay. But I decided too, I keep on trying to get an actual count. I think my actual count is 32 hats done. So I really need to up the ante on these hats and try to get like 50 done before next Sunday or something like that. That would make me feel like I accomplished something. And then I can go live and go count them and reminisce. Some of them have been sold, so can't count all of them live, but maybe it'll show people because I've had a few folks hit me up and say, "Oh, I didn't know you were making beanies." I'm like, I am not doing a good job of publicizing this thing because I go live every Sunday since February, and there's still people who hadn't seen that, or algorithm is not interested in crochet stuff like that. So whatever it is, I'm going to post and keep on posting, and you know, ask that you all spread the word and continue to support, because we have some lives to touch out here, even in the midst of it all, you know? Okay. Do, 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 do. Boom. Two sides. So we're going to put these together. Just mindful of the seam again. And just a few more stitches, and then I have to do the other side. Okay. So we have all 8 of them together now. See that? That really looks nice. I like how that orange pops. Or as my little cousin was like, orange. I like how the orange clap. It looks nice. It's so nice. Orange. So funny. Too much for the man. I am so excited about tonight's verses. It's gonna be a whole lot of screaming and singing and historical moments, right? Yay. See more. Mm-mm-mm-mm. And booyah. Okay. So now we're more than 80% done. Just need to close up the top and then put a border. So this part is really easy though. I'm just weaving in the yarn every other stitch. Okay. Uh-oh. Just a few more. There we go. Okay. Then we're just gonna close this top up. Just wanna pull it like our drawstring almost, so you don't want any gaps in there. You want to try to make it as even as possible. There we go. Then to secure it, I like to do kind of like a X at the top of the beanie. This is the inside, so you won't be able to see it. Plus, you're using a color. Well, I'm using the color of the base. You don't necessarily have to use the color of the base, but just to further make sure it's secure. Because, you know, after some wear and tear, if you're just relying on one closure, That's not really a secure way of doing it. So boom, that's done. And I have this much yarn left, but I like to do this because this is actually what goes into making the backdrop. So that way I don't actually waste anything. And here is our beanie, and I'm gonna spend time putting just a little border at the bottom, but this is essentially our granny square beanie. Voila! So again, if you're interested, you're a crocheter, or you can make granny squares. Um, 8 granny square goes into the beanie. If you're interested in making a contribution, so I can make the beanies and then therefore sell them for the nonprofit, you can do so. Just send me a message. Let's chat a little bit. I'll tell you where to send them to. If you're interested in making a contribution for the girls, last year we were able to impact the lives of 3,000, actually over 3,000 girls last year in Tanzania, and we plan on being able to do and continue that same work over and over again. And COVID can't really stop it because we already have the relationships, and the things that we're doing are really just starts off with the social disparity first before we can even get them energized to, learn to crochet and even think about doing a business, but create an option for it. So, I guess until next Sunday, I'm going to cheers to you all because we have about 20 minutes before Auntie Patty and Gladys are coming on, and I'm ready. All right. But I'm going to say stay up to everyone who's watching, especially if you're in America. And yeah, I'll see you guys next Sunday. Cheers. So this is the beanie. I'm gonna just keep on and do the border before I actually close out on YouTube. But I just want to make sure I post this because I don't want my video to be deleted on Instagram. Okay, yeah, it was fun. So I'm doing a half double crochet around the sides to make border. No, it's not gonna work. Okay. Hey guys, it's SI Ladybug. I just want to make sure I jump on to Facebook and say, hey, I am actually finishing up today's beanie. These squares actually were contributed by fellow crocheter Priscilla. I just wanted to make sure that I came on and showed you all this beautiful work. Um, yeah, because the colors really pop, works out very well, makes me feel good. And let you know that I'm continuing this journey of being able to just spread the word about believe in what you dream and the work that we're doing with Yarn Movement to really help young girls discover their superpowers in around the globe. And want to encourage you all to get involved, make a contribution. To do so, you go to donate.yarnmovement.com. Again, that's donate.yarnmovement.com. If you're interested in purchasing a beanie, I will be sure to share the link in the bio for the beanies. Yes, I will. And thank you all to those who have already contributed and have made purchases of the beanies. I look forward to sharing your photos. Yeah. Then other than that, it's time to get ready for Auntie Patty and Auntie Gladys, okay? I'm so excited. I live for music. Uh-oh. The right spot? Yeah. And I'm actually going to do 2 rounds of border around this beanie. So here we go. And then I'm just going to go one more round just for, to make sure it has a solid base. Oops. I started doing double all of a sudden. This is supposed to be half double. So yeah. Go. Oh yeah, that looks really nice. Okay. And just a few more stitches around and we're done. Okay. And there we are. So make sure to tie off. So here is the part we have to make sure we take care of, which is the beginning part that we started with. So I'm just going to weave down the part that I was just working with. Okay. And there we go. See there? Our granny square for today is complete. Shout outs to Priscilla once again. Thank you for the granny squares today. Um, the hat turned out beautiful, and I look forward to making this one available. All right, a few more. And I will check out. So again, this is S. Ladybug with Yarn Movement. We're making granny squares every Sunday at 4 p.m. for our sip and stitch. Remember to bring your sip, ready to watch me stitch, and join in if you have your supplies available, and have some fun time. There's so much going on in the world. Just nice to be able to sit back, relax, and do something that you actually enjoy, right? So I bid you all farewell with a cheers until next Sunday for our sip and stitch at 4 p.m. Okay.